All right, hello everyone. Welcome to our weekly card read where we look into the energies of the week and we see what energies we can read from them and what guidance and advice that we can get. So let's get started. As always, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you find yourself arguing or disagreeing with the reading, it's not your reading. Just leave it for someone that it belongs to. So thank you all so much for joining me today, and I can't wait to get into it. These are timeless readings, but they are first aired on a Mystic Monday. This one was aired on June 17th, 2024, Mystic Monday. So let's get into it, but it's a timeless reading for whenever it finds you, and it's a weekly reading, or use your intuition and turn it into whatever kind of reading that you want. I do suggest you definitely do that and use your intuition and read what is coming to you. I hope that I just confirm the messages. I don't want to serve them to you. I just want to confirm them. So let's get right into it, shall we? All right, that rolled on Venus. So, yeah, divine feminine energies, very powerful divine feminine energies coming through this week. So, let's see what we got. All right, let's begin with the astrology dice. All right, so starting off, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number 8. And we have Pentacles, a symbol of a star in a circle, which Venus, that's her path. That's the path that she takes. And right now where Venus is, she's coming up as the evening star. And we have the waxing gibbous moon. So it's saying that it's a time of completion, of harvest. It's a time to move forward and harvest is assured, is what I'm hearing. It's a time to move forward and harvest is assured. It's a time to continue working on your projects. Victory is assured. Okay, so we have Sagittarius. We have Jupiter. Jupiter in Sag. That's Jupiter's home is Sag. In the 4th house. So, bringing to home these energies. Bringing home this expanded philosophy. Grounding philosophies. Expanded philosophies and beliefs. Also very lucky. I feel like it's very lucky. Like victory is assured is what I mean. Victory is assured. Celebrate. It's a week to celebrate. Yeah, it's a week to celebrate and to love. Celebrate and love and expand your vision, expand your beliefs, expand your horizons. I don't know, fam. All right, let's move to, we're going to get to know, though. That's what we're going to do. Okay, fam, I promise. So let's move on to the runes, because I feel called to pull a runes card or some runes here. I feel like they're wanting to come out. Okay, so we're pulling 3 here. So... Alright, okay. There it is, high glass. Alright. Okay, so I want to see, is there a card rune that can come out for this? Gosh, so I'm seeing like strength that too much strength. Like I'm seeing like a too much that had to be tied up, and like a hailstorm, a storm that comes through, and it leaves you having to work on things. Gosh, but and then with this, I just feel like keep going, like look, see, like there's storms on the horizon is what I'm seeing. Is there's storms on the horizon, and you're just gonna have to keep moving forward. And like the horse don't want to go. He's like, I don't want to go. It's like, let's go. Oh Lord, because of course he doesn't want to go, because this is like, it's a strength restrained storms, and they leave you with hardships, like something to overcome. But it strengthens, there's gonna be a strengthened bond, I heard. Okay. So, alright. So I'm feeling pulled to go ahead and grab one of these for my goddess provisions. So we'll grab one of those, and we'll see what kind of energies come out. And they just flew right on out. So let's just look at what flew out. Pisces, imagination, empathetic, adaptable, rose quartz, self-love, compassion, Cancer, nurturing, loyal, sensitive, and Leo, creative, vibrant, leader. So I feel like your imagination and your ability to adapt to something, bringing love by using your own self-love, it's going to help you to be able to nurture and bring into life a creative, vibrant leadership. Okay, so I was wanting to just get one. Let's get one card for the weekly energies here. Smoky quartz, protection. Okay, so you're protected by the mineral realm. The mineral realm and Earth is inviting you to connect for protection this week, and to know that, you don't have to have smoky quartz necessarily, but smoky quartz, they love to get rid of and transmute negative energy. It's kind of what they live for. And you don't have to have a smoky quartz necessarily, but if you do, then connect with it this week. But if not, then meditate on smoky quartz and imagine it taking away the negative thoughts, the negative beliefs, the illusions and delusions and fears. So, and just imagine that you are strengthened, and that as you move forward and face any fears that you are facing this week, that Mother Earth has your back. Just know that. And that the smoky quartz is there to help you to take away the negative so that you can thrive in the positive. All right, guys, let's get to, sorry about getting so close. Let's get to the tarot this week and see what the tarot says about the energies this week. I think we have enough room for 3 cards. So let's do it and see what comes out. Okay, so the week starts off with an energy of things just not working out and focusing on the bad instead of the good. But the middle of the week comes with wish fulfillment. And it's just a feeling of gratitude. And then we end the week yeah, in a serene, we end the week feeling peaceful. We end the week in peace. So I do feel like this is really, really good, good energy, despite the things that have went wrong. Believing in the better is going to succeed in bringing the better, and we'll be able to feel it, and then we'll be able to live in serenity, in our serenity. Find the way to live. All right, so that I do believe is the highest timeline this week possible. So let's read into the Tarot of Dreams and see if we get any further information. All right. Okay, so yeah, life gets flipped, turned upside down at the beginning of the week. And okay, so we're going to feel a loss of power, but we're going to be able, like, life turning upside down and what's lost, it needed to go, and it's going to help us to rebuild even better. Like, the rebuild is going to be even better. All right. So that's why I think the smoky quartz needs to come in this week. And yeah, that this Queen of Wands reversed is like how I was reading this. Yours is how you say it, energy, but I know that that's not how it's supposed to be read. That this what it was coming out was like this taking away a power, a loss of power. It might be a humbling. Storms come through that humble you in a good way, and you choose to give up your power so that you can build powerfully with others, so that you can build powerfully to create better for others. I feel like the week starts out very rough. It starts out with tests and tribulations that cause lessons that help you to build stronger and better, and you're going to feel a lot better by the end of the week. So I think that's good news so far. I think we're doing good. So we're going to move into the Journey Tarot and see if we get any more confirmation. Okay, so I feel like that's how it's going to be. Yeah. Kind of hardships, lessons learned. Yeah, there's a loss in the middle of the week, but it's a loss that was meant to go. And it feels like the beginning of the week, the hardships, like the storms. I'm just hearing the storms. The beginning of the week, the storms that come through causes a loss that, I don't know, I feel like we could misinterpret it as, but the loss causes us to have to rebuild something. It causes us to have to work. It causes us work that we didn't expect, kind of thing. And you can get negative and down on yourself in this energy. But I feel strongly that we're not going to. Lessons were meant to be learned through this energy, and I just feel like we're going to learn them, and it's going to feel good. It's going to feel divine, because I don't feel like we're going to take the wrong attitude this week with this stuff. It'll be the right attitude of, setbacks come for lessons to be learned, and I'm so grateful for my ability to work on this, and the power lost was power that never was mine. Yeah. I do see on the other side that there's this intense for those not taking it right. And this isn't none of us at all. I'm not even sure if we know people like this, but this is going to be a power loss for some people that don't quite understand it. I don't know how do I want to explain this. For us, it's a power loss. It's like, oh, okay, it's understandable. I'm humbled, and I move forward with that humble spirit. And for others, it's a power loss where it's like, what the heck, and a scramble to try to get it back, but they're not going to be able to because they had that power wrongly. If that makes sense, power's being returned too. And for us, some power might be returned. Shockingly, we might figure out, wow, I didn't know I was losing this power. But now that it's returned, and we're humble with it. That's the key here, is being humble with it. And it's gonna feel awesome. We're going to feel peaceful. We're going to be able to feel peace by the end of the week. All right, let's move on. Let's see what the plants have to say. Okay, so I'm feeling called out by the plant kingdom. Plant kingdom is warning against toxic positivity, which toxic positivity is when you remain positive in no matter what the outcomes, and you're delusional and your life keeps falling apart even though you constantly say, it's okay, I'm okay, positive, it's okay, I'm positive. And it's also, telling people, to look on the bright side of, like, your best friend dying, like, the plant kingdom's coming in and warning of toxic positivity. And, like I said, your life gets flipped, turned upside down, and I was reading this as, like, the storms of life, and the plant kingdom is kind of coming in, which, of course, the plant kingdom would, connected to Mother Gaia, is coming in and saying, in case you were wondering, the reason why these storms come upon you is because you are an ignorant, absent-minded, bubbling fool. And that's why I'm like, I feel called out by the plant kingdom here. And, like, I don't want you guys to take this the wrong way. I'm not telling you that you guys are an absent-minded, bumbling fool. I'm saying that there's things that you don't know that you don't know. There's things that I don't know that I don't know too. And that's why I'm saying I feel called out here. I'm with you guys here. Me too. I'm an absent-minded, bubbling fool, and I totally embrace it. But there are things that we could know that we don't know, but we choose to not know that we don't know, and that's kind of what the plant kingdom is saying here. The storms are going to highlight those for us. They're going to kind of show us where we could have known. And we're going to realize that we could have known, but it's okay that we didn't know. Like, that's okay. And move forward, because I feel like the plant kingdom is like, This card, the way that I'm reading it, is like it's like this is how I'm reading the plant kingdom coming through this week. Forgive me, this is not me. It's not how I feel it. It's like, of course you got storms coming in your house. You've been walking around like a bumbling fool with your head in the clouds. Now you can see that there's certain things that you need to look at while you're walking around. You can't just have your head in the clouds. There's roots and stuff that you'll trip over and rocks over there. So be careful. Now that you know that, you're going to succeed despite the fact that you're a bumbling fool. Like, that's kind of how I'm reading it. Like, it's success despite your ignorances. Success anyway. So I do feel like it's still positive, but that's just kind of how I'm seeing the plant kingdom come through this week. So take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. All right, guys. So that is our tarot card portion. Let's move into our oracle cards. And for our oracle cards, we are going to have to really move these out of the way. We're just going to move them all the way out of the way. And we're going to focus on the oracle cards. Alright, so the first oracle that we have today is the Hidden Realms. So I love looking at the Hidden Realms and seeing what the Hidden Realms have to say to us. So let's see. Okay, the Horse King, assistance and control. So this is about knowing what is in your control and knowing what is not in your control. And knowing that you belong, focusing on what is in your control. And the Hidden Realms are coming through this week to say that they're here to help us. If we call out for their assistance, help me focus on what I can control. That help is available to us this week as we navigate and figure out where our feelings belong and what we can open up to as we try to open up to a higher love and a higher understanding of our ability to open up to a higher love. Okay. So I'm really enjoying this energy this week. I hope that you guys are too. Now let's get into the Fae. This is the Fairy Wisdom Oracle by Amy Brown and Nancy Brown. All right, this week we have Ivy. All right. So, what I'm feeling with this one is the Fae are coming in this week to warn about overspending, and they're coming in to warn about our finances. So we can get tied up, like what I'm seeing is we can get tied up with debt. We can get bound with debt. You know, that is how the music industry will steal the souls from people. But they're coming in to say be careful about overspending, and the Fae might be there to warn you if you seem to start to overspend this week. There may be some signs and symbols that show up to help you to understand that you need to back off with overspending because you don't want to get tied up in debt. So the Fae's coming through to say that there's a tendency to maybe get tied up in debt in some way this week. I feel like this is not necessarily a week to make big purchases. Yeah, I'm hearing you belong thinking about the actions you can take to make the money and be able to come out of that, because she's getting tied up because she's standing there and allowing it too is a lot of what I'm hearing. But think about actions that you can take to move out of debt or what things that you can do to make your money, to make more money. What ways can you do to make your money more efficient? You know, if you already have plenty of money, how can you make your money more efficient for you? That's the kind of things to think about this week. All right, guys, let's move on. All right, so we now have the Lemurian deck. So with the Lemurian Oracle card, I'm going to zoom in on the card, and I'm hoping that you guys will use your intuition and see what the card says to you. And then I will read what the card says to me. And then on the back of the cards, there's always a little message, and I love to read those messages. And typically, if they're not confirming what I said, they are profound and wonderful. And sometimes they do confirm the whole reading and just put a cherry on top, I think. So here's the Lemurian portion. This is from our Lemurian ancestors. So here we go. All right, so what I see in this card is I see the sacred rising, and I feel the sacred within all of us is beginning to rise. The infinite within all of us is beginning to rise. Infinite wisdom rises. I feel like the hardships were all planned and meant for a reason, and we get that now, and we're ready to rise with it, through them, with them, around them, all of it. I really feel like our ancestors are coming through to congratulate us and to celebrate us this week as we allow the sacred, infinite wisdom of love rise within all of us. And we choose to shine our light bright with the universe. I also see DNA. All right, so I don't know why I said that at the end. I just feel like maybe y'all don't see that. I don't know. Ready? Let's read what the card says. The infinite. As Lemurians were only partially incarnated, their bodies were much lighter, less physically actualized, and less affected by aging. They were also aware of their infinite nature. This card of rebirth can appear after challenges that have required a level of surrender. You have arrived at a new beginning. Revel in your newfound inner freedom. Blockages have fallen away, and there are opportunities to step into. Stretch your wings and arise like a phoenix, born anew, ready for a new cycle of growth. Celebrate, honor the road that brought you here, and prepare to take flight with the tools you have gathered through your elevation process. Oh, wow. I think that is so cool and so profound. I hope that y'all loved that and were able to receive it. All right, let's move on to the next one. the mystical shaman deck. And with that last one, the Lemurian, I feel like it just, that was the whole reading. That was kind of the energies I was tapping into, is hardships that lead to surrender that creates a level up. So I feel like the Lemurian ancestors are coming through to say, celebrate your new freedom. Alright, so let's get a card from the mystical shaman. See what we have. The circle. 8. So, yeah, I'm hearing celebrate your community too, and celebrate your place in your community, and celebrate that you can do what you can do in your place, and celebrate what other people do in their place. I'm hearing this week is a good time to gather and socialize, to find time to gather and socialize, and there will be time for that this week, I feel like. And you'll know whenever it's the right time for that. But don't let anyone influence you. I'm hearing don't let influence come upon you. Protect your decisions, protect your commitments as you move forward and socialize this week. But it's going to be a good week for socialization, but know your limits. All right, let's move on to the next one. The final oracle message this week is the shadow deck. So the shadow deck will be the final thing that we look at this week. So what do we have? Communication complexity. So yeah, I think that this isn't a week for communicating as much as it is for understanding. We'll figure out how to communicate it better another week, but I feel like this week we are going to be a little bit, it's going to be easy to misunderstand, and it's going to be easy for people to misunderstand us. And I feel like this is more towards the end of the week. The beginning of the week is more that socializing energy. The end of the week is more of the communication complexity. And I don't know. I feel like it's a tendency. Also, watch out this week for a tendency to say too much or to talk too much. And only speak when you feel open and you feel that you're able to protect your commitments to yourself. Protect your commitments to yourself in the way that you speak. But yeah, our language and our communication might be our downfall this week. So watch out for that. And if you feel like you have to say too much, then just stop and reflect and go within. Don't keep explaining. So, following my own advice, guys, I guess that will be it for this weekly card read and these weekly energies. I really do feel like it's going to be a good week. I really do feel like, despite the hardships, they're for our highest good. And I think that we know that by now. And we're ready to rock and roll through it all, and I really am excited. I know that, in a couple months, I've been saying, you guys, that we are preparing, we're doing practice runs, and then the real game will be later. I do know in a couple months the real game is coming up, and it's what a lot of light workers and light warriors are terming the frequency wars. So we are preparing for those frequency wars right now, and we do that by maintaining our high vibe, our high love, and our high joy. So I do hope that you guys are doing that and that you have all the strength and the courage and the support that you need from the divine realms to be able to continue to move forward in that higher love and that higher light. And I thank you all so much for the work that you are doing on this earth. And I thank you all for joining me for this card read. And if you would like to donate, I would love it. I am so thankful for all of you that do, all of you that cash at me. I see it. It does not go unnoticed. I'm so thankful for all of you guys. Thank you so much for your donation and your support. And I guess that's all that I have for you guys. I'm so thankful. And I'm more than anything, I'm thankful for you being you. And you being brave enough to continue to be you and shine that beautiful, beautiful heart brightly every single day. And don't let anyone tear you down. And that's the best revenge, when they try to tear you down and they can't. Anyways, beloveds, thank you so much for joining me for this card read. And as always, I pray Mother, Father, God, and Goddess of the Most High Divine bless you immensely with love.